Welcome to the EIC Accelerator Masterclass for Innovation Leaders. This training is designed for companies, startups, SMEs, and innovators who want to move beyond having a promising technology and learn how to build a fundable, investor-ready, and evaluator-ready EIC Accelerator proposal. What makes this masterclass unique is its practical, expert-level approach. The EIC Accelerator is not a normal grant. It supports high-risk, high-impact innovations with strong market potential, especially deep tech solutions that need significant funding, time, and patient capital before commercial returns can be achieved. In this masterclass, participants will learn how to assess whether their innovation is a real EIC fit, how to structure the business case, how to prepare the proposal, how to address evaluation criteria, and how to communicate market, technology, team, risk, and scale-up potential in a convincing way. Participants will develop following skills: EIC fit assessment, innovation positioning, scale-up thinking, proposal roadmap. Before entering the EIC Accelerator, participants need to understand how EU funding programs work. Funding does not exist only to support organizations. It exists to implement European policy objectives and create impact. The EIC Accelerator is part of Horizon Europe and the Innovative Europe pillar, supporting market-creating innovation and European competitiveness. This means that every proposal must show more than a product. It must show why the innovation matters for Europe, why the market opportunity is significant, why the timing is right, and why EU support is needed to accelerate growth. Participants will learn to think not only as applicants, but as evaluators and investors. What problem is being solved? Why now? Why this team? Why this market? And why EIC funding is the right instrument. Participants will master necessary skills: policy to business translation, EU added value, strategic funding logic. The EIC Accelerator sits inside the Innovative Europe pillar of Horizon Europe. It is different from traditional collaborative research projects because it is primarily designed for single companies, especially startups, spin-outs, SMEs, and in exceptional cases, small mid-caps. It supports companies bringing breakthrough innovations to market and scale up. Participants will learn how EIC Accelerator differs from EIC Pathfinder and EIC Transition. Pathfinder supports early-stage high-risk research. Transition validates technology and develops business readiness. Accelerator starts later, when the technology has already been tested and validated, usually at technology readiness level 5 or higher, and the company is ready to move towards market deployment, commercialization, and growth. Participants will master necessary skills: understanding EIC instruments, choosing the right scheme, TRL positioning. This section helps participants answer the most important question: is this innovation really suitable for the EIC Accelerator? The program is open to innovations in any field of technology or application, but it is not designed for ordinary business expansion or incremental improvements. It looks for innovations based on scientific discovery, technological breakthroughs, or deep tech potential, where the risk is high and private investors may hesitate because the time to return is long. Participants will learn to test their idea against key criteria: novelty, breakthrough character, technology readiness, customer need, market size, timing, competition, scalability, and the need for EIC support to crowd in further investment. The benefit is avoiding weak applications before wasting months of work. Participants will master necessary skills: EIC readiness diagnosis, novelty assessment, market risk evaluation. Participants will learn how EIC Accelerator funding is structured. The grant component can cover innovation activities such as demonstration in a relevant environment, prototyping, system-level demonstration, R&D, testing for regulatory and standardization requirements, intellectual property management, and marketing approval. The grant can reimburse eligible costs up to 70% within the usual maximum grant amount of 2.5 million euros. For companies that need scale-up capital, the investment component may range from 0.5 million euros to 10 million euros and is intended for market deployment and scale-up. Higher investment amounts are available under the EIC Step Scale-Up scheme, which can provide equity support up to 30 million euros. This is why an EIC Accelerator proposal must combine innovation project logic with business and investment logic. It must justify the technology development, the market opportunity, the use of grant funding, and the financial pathway to scale. Participants will master necessary skills: funding strategy, grant versus equity logic, blended finance planning, budget justification, and investment reasoning. The EIC Accelerator application process is staged. Participants first learn how the short proposal works, a form summarizing the company, team, innovation, and market, a pitch deck of up to 10 slides, and a short video pitch of up to 3 minutes. If the short proposal succeeds, the applicant is invited to prepare a full proposal with access to EIC business coaching support. The full proposal is then evaluated remotely by expert evaluators. If successful, the company is invited to an interview with an EIC jury. If selected, the process moves to grant agreement preparation and, where investment is requested, due diligence for the investment component. Participants learn how to prepare strategically for each stage, not only write one document. Participants will master necessary skills: application planning, pitch deck logic, video pitch preparation, interview readiness. This masterclass gives participants the evaluator's view. At short and full proposal stages, evaluators look at the excellence of the company, the novelty and breakthrough character of the innovation, technology readiness, timing, market demand, commercialization strategy, scale-up potential, broader impact, team capacity, risks, implementation plan, and need for union support. Participants learn that evaluators do not reward decorative language. They look for evidence. Is the innovation better than existing solutions? Has it reached sufficient readiness? Is the target market real and quantified? Is the commercialization strategy convincing? Is the team capable? Are technical, market, financial, and regulatory risks understood? This slide teaches participants to write directly against evaluation logic. Participants will master necessary skills: evaluator thinking, criteria mapping, evidence-based proposal writing. The EIC Accelerator proposal is also a business plan. Participants will learn how to turn technology into a credible market story. This means defining the customer problem, showing the urgency of the need, explaining the solution, proving competitive advantage, identifying target customers and early adopters, quantifying the market, explaining the business model, and demonstrating how the company will enter and grow in the market. The masterclass also addresses the difference between serving immediate needs and creating a scalable business model. Participants will learn how to avoid the common mistake of describing technology in isolation. The EIC wants to fund innovations that can create new markets, transform existing ones, attract investors, and scale internationally. Participants will master necessary skills: market analysis, business model design, customer logic, commercialization strategy. The masterclass introduces proposal writing techniques that help participants transform complex ideas into clear, persuasive, and evidence-based proposal sections. Participants learn how to interpret instructions intelligently, create a WBS that responds to expectations, build causality between problem, solution, activities, and impact, maintain consistency, educate evaluators about the evaluation criteria, provide measurable evidence, include enough detail without overwhelming the reader, address subcriteria, and use facts and figures effectively. AI can support this process through analysis, drafting, benchmarking, and quality control, but only when guided by expert judgment. AI should not replace the business case. It should help strengthen clarity, consistency, evidence, and evaluator alignment. Participants will master state-of-the-art skills: AI-supported drafting, WBS logic, causality, consistency, proposal quality control. The final section connects proposal writing with real company growth. Participants learn that a successful EIC Accelerator proposal must show a credible journey from validated technology to market deployment and scale-up. This includes technology development, prototyping, testing, regulatory and standardization work, intellectual property strategy, freedom to operate, market entry, revenue model, investment needs, risk mitigation, and team development. The benefit for participants is practical confidence. They leave with a clearer understanding of whether their company is EIC ready, how to improve weak areas, how to present their innovation to evaluators and investors, and how to design a proposal that shows ambition, feasibility, and impact. The goal is not only to apply, the goal is to build a company ready for European scale growth. Participants will master necessary skills: scale-up planning, FTO awareness, investor readiness, risk mitigation, implementation strategy. EU Access Key Expert, leading the Masterclass and support services, wrote and won 6 accelerators, working with different companies, and also supported many other companies as a coach. Don't miss another funding opportunity. Register to get adequate expert support.